The title of my message, if you're taking notes, is Stay Put. Stay put. Look at that person next to you and say, stay put. Anybody here ever been to an amusement park? Anybody here ever been to an amusement park? Anybody? Okay. When I was a kid, I took a missions trip with our children's pastor to Oregon. And it was a real interesting thing because we went to this obscure amusement park that was like up in the mountains. And in all honesty, it wasn't anything great. I think they had like a toboggan run or something like that. But I remember we had this huge group of people, and this was before they invented those leash things that you put on kids. If only we had them back then. But what was interesting is here we are, and we're in this amusement park, obscure amusement park, and our children's pastor gets everybody together and says, now listen, we've got to fix some stuff. We got to make sure that all the stuff is together. They're trying to buy the tickets and do everything that need to be done. So he told the group, I want you to come over here and stay put. Don't move, right? And so we got this group together, and it's a bunch of kids, and we're all in this big group, and we're staying put. The problem is that I wouldn't say that it was ADHD, because this was before ADHD and all that kind of stuff. Back then, if you had so-called ADHD, it was that your parents didn't discipline you enough. That's what people would say, right? Like, that kid ain't disciplined. Someone take anyways. That was normally what would happen back then. But now anyways. But I had a little bit of a problem. I was so excited to ride the rides that I kind of lost myself. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I lost myself. And so I remember I'm looking around and I'm going crazy. And little did I know, as I'm looking around and just looking at all the sights and it was just so tantalizing, just looking at it. And all of a sudden I look back and the group is gone. Why are you laughing for? It's not funny. You laugh at my pain? You laugh at my pain. I look around and the group is gone. And I start freaking out. I must have been probably about 8, 9 years old. Now, it's not my fault. I'm the 9-year-old. It is the adult's fault. I tell myself that at night so I can sleep. Anyways, but they take off, and I'm like going all over the place trying to find this group. I mean, it's a big group. How can you not find a big group? And I am lost. And so I do what any 9-year-old kid would do. I start crying. You said I was going to ride the rides by myself. It's not Home Alone, all right? I was scared. And so I'm crying, and this lady comes up to me. I remember like it happened yesterday. This lady comes up to me, and she was scary. She was scary looking. Now, you got to realize something. When you're lost and alone as a little boy, anybody looks scary that you're not familiar with. And this lady comes up and she goes, "What's wrong, little boy?" I'm like thinking this lady's going to take me or something. So this lady then takes me to a place where I have to wait, and they make an announcement on the speaker, and all of a sudden I see him from a distance. My children's pastor. And he's walking, and the moment I see him, everything in me, I go, you guys know this. And then he gets closer, and I see his face. And everything in me goes, oh, I'm in trouble. Maybe I don't want to be found. And he looks at me, and after he comes closer, he looks at me, he says, "I told you to stay put, and you wandered off." And that moment in my life taught me a very valuable lesson. There are moments where we move, and there's moments where we follow, but there's moments where we stay put. Stay put. There's a place of protection. There's a place of safety. There's a place of strength. And we as believers have to know what it is to stay in Jesus.